Very good evening to one and all gathered here. Today we are going to discuss about how to write a research proposal for funding. These are the basic agenda or outline for the today's seminar presentation. So let us start with the basic objectives of research proposal. So the primary motto of research proposal is to convince the funding agency by proving that the proposed research is more valuable, more feasible in terms of budget, and aligned with the mission and vision statement of the problem. So, while writing the research proposal, the researcher has to convince the various funding agencies around the nation by stating that the proposed research statement, as well as the field of application in which the researcher is supposed to do the research work, is considered to be more truly valuable and economic wise, budget wise, the project can be more feasible to implement, and also the proposed idea of the research work is very well aligned with the methodology, that is mission of the work. Next objective, it also serves to clearly define the research scope, plan, and expected outcomes. So the research proposal will not only highlight the problem objective, it will also indicate the scope, the plan of action, and the expected deliverables or outcome from the work. As overall, the proposal should able to demonstrate the basic significance of the research, the competence of the researcher, that is the skill set, and the positive attitude or the positive impact created by the researcher. Introduction about the research proposal for funding. Let us see the basic introduction. The research proposal is nothing but a legal document which describes about the primary introduction, and that must be clearly mentioned by stating the purpose, importance of the particular domain, and the future scope. All this basic information will be contained in the research proposal document. So it should also establish the context of your research by identifying the problem that you intend to address and measuring the gap in the knowledge it seeks to fill. The next one is the problem statement. So clearly defining the problem statement that you are going to focus much on that. And what are the research questions? Outline the specific questions of your research so that will be investigated more highly. Background and context. Provide relevant background information and rationale for your project. And significance of the research. Explain why your research is highly different compared to the other area and how it will contribute to the field or any society specifically. So what is meant by a project proposal? A project proposal, it is nothing but an undertaking document that will have its short-term objectives as well as the long-term objective, well-defined input and output related to the proposal, along with the estimated cost and the quality of uh, the work researcher has planned to do it. There are two important skills while is needed while writing the proposal. One is technical and the other one is the management skills. So many proposals are rejected due to the lack of both technical and managerial skills while submitting the scientific proposal to any government funding agency. So before writing the proposal, you need to identify the concerned sponsoring agency, and we need to relate our work relate we need to relate our work with respect to their own interest and other aspects we need to see on before applying for funding, project funding. And also most of the government agencies now they are focusing on multidisciplinary science oriented projects. Say for example, electromechanical application, mechanical with automation, mechanical with computer science, etc. So these are some of the multidisciplinary oriented research proposals are highly contributed nowadays. On what basis the project proposal is being fairly rated for funding? The first and foremost thing, they used to do a fair appraisal. Once the researcher submits his own funding document, so most of the funding agency they used to keep a special mode of appraisal system to evaluate the project quality. They used to see each and every section mentioned in the proposal. Based on the given sections that will be evaluated, and finally they will come to a decision whether to sanction fund for the proposed project or not. And sometimes the most of the rejections are due to inappropriate presentation style, etc. So how to write a project proposal? What are the standard template? The structure has to be followed. So here comes the sample list of instructions. The project proposal is like similar to writing a research paper for a journal with future scope or perspective. So it must have the title of idea, that is research area, introduction. In that, we need to cover the need, problem statement, aim and objective, then rational thinking. What are the research methods orient to the objective realization? Then work programs like activities, uh, conducting various programs, seminars, etc., orient to the project work. Then estimation of budget. First one is title. The title must have good impression for fairly selection of proposal by the government agency. And here are some of the few illustrations as given as an example for your kind reference. You can see through it. In section 2, introduction. Introduction always will have three subsections. One is background, problem statement, initial statement, and objectives in the particular order. Then rational thinking. So every research will have certain standard hypotheses, so which covers the subject area of interest. We need to justify the project uh, based on the hypothesis as per the introduction section. In research methodology, so here in the research methodology, you have to bring the additional resource, what are the facilities available for doing the work, and activity-based time frame, how the investigators are going to complete their work according to the time frame. Then what are the various milestones to be achieved under each time frame, etc. And is there any uh, help assistance required for the outside consultancies? Everything you have to mention in the time schedule of independent various activities under the research method. The next one is work program. To schedule various work elements according to the time frame by adapting the Gantt chart, project evaluation review technique, etc. Then budget, so give year-wise budget. Say, for example, if the proposed project is for 3 years time duration, each year, what is the amount of money allocated and what are the activity related to the budget we need to justify, along with respect to the buying of costly equipments and other facilities. So, with this few information, I conclude that a research proposal for funding should have the following key points by demonstrating the significance and the future impact of the project. It should also highlight the possible thing to address a problem and offer a solution by expressing their views according to the outcomes and how the research can be aligned with the funder's mission. Finally, a research proposal must have a clear objectives and expressing the gratitude for the opportunity for selecting the proposal to be considered by various government agencies. So with this, a few basic glimpses of the information what I have given today, that is how to apply funding for getting our research proposal sanctioned. So I have given some of the basic information, the fundamentals in a more simple and explicit way. So with this, I thank you, all the members. Thank you, one and all.